is it okay for you if I use this video for my channel and my social media pages?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's okay.
So I met a polyglot here, and yeah, maybe you can introduce yourself a little bit. Like, what's your name? Where are you from? And how old are you? It's like cool to know for the audience.
Hello, my name is Estevam. I'm from Brazil, from a city called Natal, and I am 26 years old.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
You know the rules of the game, right? Like, yeah. So for each time when you speak a language which I don't speak, you will get €5. That's like
Okay.
the game. If I do speak the language, nothing will happen, and your balance will just be the same. So that's like the game. And at the end after playing the game, I'm going to transfer the money to your PayPal account if that's okay for you. So that's all right. Cool.
Right.
Before starting with the video, I want to tell something about my Twitch page, because there I have multilingual live streams. And if you guys have any questions about language learning, yeah, you can check out my Twitch page, which is the first link below this video. I also want to tell you guys that if you want to know when I will have a live stream, you can check out my Twitter page, because there I announce my streams. And my Twitter page is the second link below this video. All right, so you can just start speaking a language, any language which you like, and I'm going to try to respond.
Okay. Γεια σου, τι κάνεις, καλά είσαι? Είσαι καλά? Είσαι καλά? Καλά είσαι?
Ja, milao ligo ελληνικά. Πόσο καιρό μαθαίνεις ελληνικά?
Δεν ξέρω. Μερικά χρόνια νομίζω, αλλά δεν ξέρω, δεν είμαι σίγουρος. Εσύ πότε άρχισες να μαθαίνεις ελληνικά, εσύ?
Είμαι μέσα ελληνικά στην Ελλάδα, 2 εβδομάδες, στη Κρήτη, στη Ζάκυνθος. Αγαπώ την Ελλάδα, αγαπώ εστιτόρια στην Ελλάδα. ¿Millas español?
Sí, hablo español. ¿Y tú?
Ya, también puedo hablar español, no es un problema. Pero tú eres la persona que puedes saber cuál idioma quieres hablar.
¿Tú más o menos qué edad tenías cuando empezaste a aprender nuevos idiomas?
Yo hace muchos años cuando practiqué los idiomas diferentes. Pero cuando yo estuve más joven en la escuela, también aprendí inglés y después también francés y alemán. Pero cuando tuve más o menos 23 años o 24 años, yo comencé a practicar los idiomas diferentes. Pero nunca quiero, siempre quiero aprender idiomas nuevos en el futuro, ¿sí? Siempre quiero aprender otros idiomas, pero ahora creo que es mejor para mantener y mejorar los idiomas que ahora hablo. Pero quizás también quiero aprender quizás 1 o 2 idiomas más este año.
Va bene. E adesso stai imparando una lingua nuova?
Bene, sì.
Adesso stai imparando una lingua nuova?
Adesso voglio imparare slovacco. Perché ho due amici adesso per imparare questa lingua. Ma
Parli molto con loro?
Voglio dire che è molto difficile per me, perché parlo anche russo, per esempio. Le lingue ci sono molto simili. E voglio dire che sono felice con la facilità per praticare con i miei amici con l'internet. L'internet è molto bene per migliorare tutte le lingue. E sai qual è il tuo trucco per sapere i fondamenti in lingue differenti?
Il mio? Come faccio io per imparare le lingue? D'accord. Quand je veux étudier une langue, ce que je fais, c'est je dois choisir la langue que je veux apprendre. Ça, c'est la première chose.
Ouais.
Mais parfois, c'est un peu difficile pour moi de choisir la langue que je vais apprendre parce que il y a plusieurs langues et j'aime beaucoup de langues, en fait.
Mhm.
Et c'est difficile à cause de ça. Mais parfois, je choisis une langue pour l'apprendre et je ne tombe pas amoureux de cette langue. Alors, je dois arrêter mes études et je dois choisir une autre langue. Et voilà. Mais quand je tombe amoureux d'une langue, je commence à l'étudier et je peux plus arrêter. Je l'étudie presque tous les jours. J'utilise des livres, j'utilise mon attel pour étudier les langues, mon ordinateur. Et je commence à... dis-moi.
Je ne sais pas que tu utilises beaucoup de livres. Je ne sais pas. Non, c'est une
Oui.
blague. Parce que je peux beaucoup de livres là-bas. Je pense que
Mais c'est
c'est
ça.
génial. C'est une
C'est ça.
inspiration pour des gens. Et quel livre est-ce que tu utilises? Peut-être c'est bien pour moi pour savoir aussi parce que moi, je n'utilise pas beaucoup de livres, juste que j'utilise le livre, des livres différents parfois.
Els llibres que jo utilitzo per estudiar les llengües estrangeres normalment són els llibres d'Assimil. A mi m'agraden molt els llibres d'Assimil. Crec que és possible que siguin el millor material per a les persones que volen aprendre llengües sols, en casa, sense ajuda d'un professor. A voltes és necessari veure en internet alguna cosa que no podem trobar en aquells llibres, però tampoc és molt difícil, perquè jo crec que els llibres d'Assimil són molt complets. El meu grec, per exemple, una de les llengües que vaig aprendre és el grec, i jo pràcticament l'únic material que vaig utilitzar per aprendre el grec va ser l'Assimil. I una curiositat, no són els meus llibres, això no són els meus llibres no es veuen en el vídeo perquè això en realitat són els meus jocs, són jocs, videojocs. Els meus llibres estan tots així i no es veuen.
O meu amic, fala català molt bé, Sebastián.
Eu conec.
Sí. Vull conèixer molt persones que parlen català.
أتكلم لغات كثيرة لأني أحب اللغات من بلاد أخرى وأريد أن أعرف هل أنت تتكلم العربية؟
نعم أنا أيضا أتكلم عربي جيدا جدا لكن أنا أحب المحادثة مع متحدثين اللغات. أنت تعرف كتاب كثيرة
بالعربية؟ نعم. نعم عندي كتب كثيرة لأتعلم لغة أخرى الذي אבל אני קורא את אסימיל כי אני חושב שהספר הזה טוב מאוד.
אתה גם מדבר עברית.
כן.
כן. אבל אני לא מדבר עברית מצוין, אבל אתה מדבר עברית טוב מאוד. יש לך הרבה צדיקים ישראלים, אתה רוצה לדבר עברית?
יש לי חבר, הוא מברזיל, ואני יכול לדבר בעברית איתו. הוא לא ישראלי, הוא ברזילי, אבל הוא מדבר עברית כי הוא יהודי, והוא מדבר עברית ואני יכול לדבר איתו כשאני רוצה.
אבל Arbe, Brasilim, Be Israel, Medabrim, Ivrit. I hope you speak some languages which I don't speak. That would be very cool, you know? Like, yeah. So...
Está bem. Pois agora podemos começar a falar noutro idioma. A ver se teño alguma cousa que dicir. Ben, basicamente, vouche dicir unha cousa. Aquí normalmente non chove moito, onde vivo eu non chove moito, pero estes días está a chover máis, e hai lóstregos e todo, o que non é moi normal aquí onde vivo eu, porque vivo nun sitio onde chove pouco, onde a temperatura está sempre como entre 24 e 32, 33, nunca máis que iso, nunca menos que iso. Pois estamos sempre así, pero hai unhas épocas do ano nas que chove máis. Actualmente está a chover un pouco máis. Pero incluso cando chove vai calor. Unha característica daqui é que cando chove ainda temos 23, 24 graus, non vai frío. Aquí non vai frío nunca. E moitos europeos veñen aquí porque lles gusta moito o clima destas terras. Basicamente, hai moitos europeos que viven aquí.
Sí.
Sabes cal é a lingua que estou a falar?
É português, não é?
No, case, pero non é portugués.
Which?
Case, pero non é português.
Because because like in Portuguese é mais. So that's why I was confused. Like, which language is it? Português.
Galego.
Really? Okay, like I could understand almost everything of what you said, but I don't speak it, so that means that you get €5 for this one, because like understanding the language doesn't mean that I speak it. So it's €5 on your money bill.
Ani apurungita kuiri yepe yengarupi inde ishe aqua ishe aputai inde ti repurungita kwa yengawa.
Which language is this? Is it still Galego?
Kwa yenga ti yenga Romanica.
I don't know this language, man. Like I cannot recognize it, so you can tell it to the audience.
Nheengatu.
Which one?
Nheengatu. It's a Brazilian language.
Really?
Yes, it's a language from Brazil.
You know, I think it's interesting that I'm even, getting to hear some more beautiful languages, so I think it's pretty cool. So this is not a €5. I already hear you speaking the language well.
I have a song in my YouTube channel which I sing in this language. I don't know if you know the song Amar pelos Dois, which is a song from Luísa Sobral and Salvador Sobral, and that song won Eurovision for Portugal, and I made a version of that song in Nheengatu, which is a Brazilian language.
Oh, really? I want to see it. I want to see it.
Okay, just check my channel and you see it.
Yeah, sure, man. So the audience can also see it. That would be cool, that's funny. And yeah, like, do you have any other...
Alice linguis possum tecum loqui. Nom scis que sit lingua qua nunc tibi loquor.
Is this a new language already?
Est. Nova lingua est. Non est Nheengatu.
Nova lingua est. You say it is a new language. I can understand that. And it sounds like a Latin-related language as well. So if I can guess, it's maybe Basque. But is it Basque?
Non est. No. Lingua... Ec lingua non est lingua latina. Lingua basca non est lingua latina.
What lingua latina?
Non est.
I don't know, man. You can just tell.
Nescis quesit ec lingua est lingua bene dixiste anc lingua esse lingua que habet connexionem cum lingua latina. Habet et connexio conciliatio quam habet ec lingua cum lingua latina magna est. Valde magna est.
Like you said, it has a connection with a Latin language. It also sounds like a Romance language. But
magna connexio.
Magna connexione.
Nulla lingua maiorem connexionem habere potest cum lingua latina quam ec lingua.
You can just tell it, man. You can reveal it. I mean, I don't recognize it, so.
It's Latin.
Oh, Latin. I hear this language.
You said it's related to Latin, and I said no language can be more related to Latin than this one. D'accordo, ara podem parlar in altra llengua. Ara si parlar una llengua que és una llengua que és força important, és una llengua força important dins l'història de l'Europa occidental o all'Età Mediana. Era una llengua, puoi dire che questa lingua era la lingua la più importante della letteratura dell'Europa occidentale, amasso am Lugalec, perché nella penisola iberica Lugalec si utilizzava forse per scrivere dei testi letterari, e questa lingua nel resto dell'Europa occidentale si utilizzava també dins del seu airal linguistic, ma també fora perché è una lingua forse importante in aquell'epoca. E ora io voglio sapere se questa è una delle lingue che tu conosci o che tu parli.
Yeah, you said that it's a very important language in the European history. It's also like an important language in the literature, the European literature, and also with writing and everything. I could understand what you said, like for more or less 70%, but I just don't know which language it is. It's the same thing. Yeah.
È una lingua che all'età mediana aveva una grande importanza. Ora è quasi una lingua forse parlata, perché questa lingua si parla al sud della Francia, si parla també dins un partito piccino d'Italia, e si parla també dins un partito forse piccino d'Espagna. È una lingua, era una lingua forse importante, è encara per la storia, per la linguistica, ma svesi che è quasi una lingua che conosci. I'm going to just tell you.
Can I translate again? You said like they speak it in South France, they speak it in a part of Italy, in a part of France. It's not a language which is well spoken, but it's like a part of the linguistics, like an important part of the linguistics in the history, something like that you said. You can just tell me which language it is.
It's called Occitan. Ahora estoy hablando una lengua que posiblemente tú podrás entender todas las cosas que diré en esta lengua, porque es una lengua románica como las otras, y probablemente podrás entender todo, pero creo que tú no fales esta lengua. ¿Podrías decirme qué lengua estoy hablando?
Like, it sounds like a mix of Portuguese, because you said falar, that's from Portuguese, and Portuguese you use falar. Yo también puedo responder en español, que eso es gracioso. Utilizas falar, es un poco de portugués, pero también utilizas español, pero no conozco el nombre de esta lengua. Yo creo que quizás es... I'm sure it's not Portuguese and Spanish, that's for sure, because you use a mix of these two languages. But it could be. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure like it is not Spanish and Portuguese, because it's a mix of that. But which language is it? You can tell me.
Esta lengua llámase asturiano. En inglés llámase Asturian. Asturian. Qual é a língua que eu estou falando?
Sim, mas sim, eu também falo português. Eu aprendi português do Brasil. Eu acho que é muito legal que você conhece muitos idiomas que muitas pessoas não sabem o nome de esta língua. Você é uma inspiração grande, acho que sim. O qual você acha do meu português? Você pode me entender bem?
Sim, eu entendo perfeitamente. Seu português é bom. Eu percebo que tem algumas coisas na sua pronúncia que podem ser melhoradas. Você tem, claro, um sotaque estrangeiro, mas é completamente compreensível. Dá para entender perfeitamente tudo que você disse.
Obrigado. Eu tenho um nível, eu acho que é intermediário. Acho que eu tenho B1 em português.
Ara podem parlar in altra língua. É a língua que só parlar ara. È un caso un po' complicato perché per forze linguistes questa lingua è una parte di altra lingua e di una lingua che è pluricentral e che questa lingua ha forse varietà differenti, e aquesta varietat que so parlar en aquest moment hi una varietat d'aquesta llengua. Més hi ha també autolingüistes que diuen que aquesta llengua que so parlar, que aquesta llengua és Gascon. Cau lingüistes diuen que Gascon és una llengua diferent aquesta és una situació complicada. Jo no sabe se tu contaràs Gascon com una llengua diferent o com una varietat de la lingua occitana. This language I was speaking is Gascon. It's called Gascon. And this case, I reserved this to the end because many linguists say that Gascon is the same language as Occitan, which is a language that I spoke earlier. I spoke it previously. But many other linguists say that Gascon is not part of Occitan, it's just a related language. And they say so because Gascon has lots and lots of features that could make it a different language. So, for example, initial F in Gascon is lost, it's an H. Also, the double L from Latin does not become an L in Gascon, but an R or TH, it's written as TH, it's in the final of a word. The final L is vocalized. The vocabulary is quite different sometimes. So some linguists say that Gascon is a separate language, and others say that Gascon is just a variety of Occitan, which is extremely different, but it's still a variety of Occitan. So I spoke it because I had to learn it as if it was a different language, although it might be considered the same language. So I had to make an effort to learn its differences in pronunciation, grammar, and morphology and everything. But this is your decision. You will decide if you accept Gascon as a different language or as if it was the same language. I usually classify it as if there was the same language, but I actually had to learn it as if it wasn't. So you will decide it if you will get €5 to me.
I can reply. I already made my decision. It's a language, and there's just like some discussion going on, is what I hear. Like some people consider it as two different languages. So Asturian and Gascon, right? These are the two names. But with matter of doubt, like if some people are saying these are different languages and some people say it's the same language, then with a matter of doubt, I would say you still get your €5 because like it's a language, so that's what matters. So
Depiko ranye abanye eme, depiko ranye konye anye grupo WhatsApp Guarani me abanye eme ha Guarani ha nye Guarani ipora interei na nye ipora konye pero Guarani ha ipora interei.
Yeah, like I hear that you said that you were part of a WhatsApp group and that you learned some Guarani there. That's what I could understand. Yeah, I don't speak it, so yeah. Are there any languages left? Anything?
Let me think. O mirandês é uma língua que fala em Portugal. O mirandês é uma língua que fala no norte de Portugal. É uma língua da família asturianesa, como o asturiano. Não falo muito bem o mirandês, mas é uma língua que eu posso ler mirandês, posso ler muito bem mirandês. Também pode falar, se necessário, se uma pessoa falar comigo mirandês, posso entender perfeitamente. Mas é uma língua asturianesa, como falo asturiano, é fácil para mim aprender a língua como o mirandês, mas diria que não é uma língua que falo muito bem.
Okay, I can translate it. You said like Mirandese is a language we just speak in North Portugal, and it's similar to Asturian, which you spoke before. And you also told that it's a language which you can easily learn, but you don't speak it that well. That's what you said. I can understand it, but I don't speak it. So yeah, you also get €5 for this for Mirandese.
Okay,
I don't speak it.
This language is so small, and it has so I couldn't even remember. But when I was trying to find in my mind, is there any other language I have studied and I can't speak? Oh, Mirandese, here you are. I had forgotten about you. So
yeah, I just don't like I said. Like I just want you to be happy, and that you have enough time to think about which languages we should speak. That you're not like when we don't have this conversation anymore. Like, oh, I had to speak this language, you know. Like, so yeah, take your time. If there's still anything left.
There is another language which I can't speak very well, but I can try, which is, let me see. Hay una lengua que charro, puedo charrar en esta lengua. No es una lengua que puedo charrar bien, porque no estudio frecuentemente esta lengua. Mas es una de las lenguas que se hablan en España. Antes era una lengua con cierta importancia, pero con tiempo el castellano como el castellano abrazó a esta lengua y actualmente esta lengua no está en una situación muy buena. Básicamente esta es la lengua.
I understood
esta es la lengua.
I understood 60% of it, something like that. I hear that you said that I think that you can count this language as a language as well. And that they speak it in Spain, you said that, and you don't speak it well because you didn't study it, something like that you said. And
actually, I have never studied this language, never.
Yeah, you never studied it.
But okay. I read many texts written in this language.
How can you speak it if you never studied it? How can you speak
it? I can speak it. I can remember the things I learned when I was reading it. For example, the verb to speak. It can have different forms in this language, like parlar, like in Catalan, but it can also be charrar. Language can be lengua or luenga. The art, it has different dialects. It's a very small language, but it has different dialects. The article could be a or la, so I could say a luenga or la luenga, but say the language.
And what is the name of the language, to be sure?
Aragonese. From Aragon.
Is Aragonese. Someone told me about this language, that they also speak it in a province in North Spain, and the name is also Aragon. I thought Aragon. That's the name
Aragon.
Yeah, someone told me about that, but I just know the name of the language, and I don't speak it, and I think that you're a little bit humble, because I just think that you spoke it well enough to say like, all right, this is €5 more. Yeah, do you have anything what you want to say to the audience, to the people who are watching this video? Anything like?
Okay, I think there's one thing that might happen. People will say, oh, he speaks English, he speaks Greek. That's okay. I don't know, but he speaks lots of languages, lots of Romance languages. They are so similar. Oh, many people complain about that. I have a video in my YouTube channel in which I speak a lot of languages. I have actually more than one video. And one of the comments, one kind of comment I receive sometimes is that, oh, you speak French, Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, Catalan, those are all Romance languages. Oh, and some people, why don't you learn different languages? Some people complain about that, but that is what I study. I study Romance linguistics, and I study Romance languages and Latin. So that's why I speak so many Romance languages. I can also speak other languages that are not Romance languages, like Hebrew, Arabic, and Greek. But this is what I do. This is what my area of research, of study. So that's it. So don't complain about the fact that I speak many Romance languages and not as many languages from other families. But I will, okay? I will learn many languages from other families, African languages, Asian. I'm still very young, so I have a lot of time to learn more languages. So that's all I like to say. And
yeah,
also,
don't worry too much about it. Like my opinion is like that I respect it a lot. I respect it a lot that you learn such a high number of different Romance languages. And I really think it's interesting that you know the contrast between these languages. And it's so difficult to know the small details of each language in order to not mix them up. I'm very happy to meet you because like we can already practice like five Romance languages which we have in common. But maybe in the future I also want to learn one of these other languages which you just spoke. You know, so personally you are inspiring me, and I think that you also inspire a lot of other people. And if people are complaining, don't worry too much about it. You're doing a
I'd
great.
like to say that although those languages are similar, knowing what feature belongs to what language and being able to speak them separately, that's not very easy. Many non-linguists that I know that try to speak lots of Romance languages and try to learn them at the same time, in the end they just speak a Romance mix. Like they won't be able to tell the difference of one language. And so it's those languages are similar, but learning all of them and being able to separate them, that's not easy.
Difficult.
So that
But I think you did it very, very well. So yeah, I just want to say like great job. Keep up the good work. Yeah, you're a very inspiring person, and I'm very happy to introduce you to my audience and that people get to know you. It's like it's a great honor. It's a great honor. So cheers, bro. Okay. All right.
so, tchau, até mais. Foi prazer fazer esse vídeo com você.
Obrigado, meu amigo. All right.